Okay guys, huge moves going on today. Not only is there so much going on in game, which was going to be the main focus of our video today, but actually we've got some ridiculous stuff coming out with a whole new patch system that's just been dropped. The update looks wild, there's loads of new balance changes, so you may want to switch up the weapons that you're using. I'm so excited for this one, I can't bloody wait. So with that being said though, let's take a look exactly what we've got going on. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notification turned on. On top of that, check out our sponsor Instant Gaming, a platform for all of your favorite games from Steam, Origin, Battle.net, Uplay and indie games, all the way through PlayStation, Xbox and even the Nintendo Switch, and they're all up to 70% off. These are completely digital games and instant delivery 24/7. They bulk purchase from the developers and sell to you guys at a cheaper price. It's completely safe and completely legal. So with that being said, head down to the description right now and go and check out what we have got for you guys at Instant Gaming. That being said though, let's see what's going on. So we had a tweet coming up from the Helldivers official Twitter page saying, support incoming, we have issued an update for players that include balance updates, fixes and improvements to general stability, and bloody hell, they have definitely done that indeed. This patch notes are absolutely huge, and not only that, but we've had a whole new weapon balance system, so now the weapons that you guys are going to be using will switch up yet again, and I love this because these changes are just so much fun when we look at the general motive of it. Now there is a lot to get through, so we're not going to mess around, we're going to jump straight into it. As an overall, there are brand new planetary hazards in addition, and these are blizzards and sandstorms. These look bonkers, so as soon as you see them, get into Reddit, get into Twitter, post it all up. If you want to start posting on the Discord, the link's in the description. 9,500 of you nutcases are in there right now, liberating for society. So make sure you post up some clips of the blizzards and sandstorms anywhere you can to get it circulating around. On top of that, missions, the retrieve essential personnel. They've essentially made this one easier by making the spawn rates for ads at a further spot, and you now require less civilians to complete the mission on higher difficulties, which is definitely needed because as much as the missions were completable, they were an absolute nightmare and they just weren't fun whatsoever. Moving on to destroy command bunkers though, they now have more objective locations, and the mission was too easy before compared to other missions, and it can now appear in operations from difficulty 5. They've halved the negative effect of operation modifiers that increase stratagem cooldowns or call-in times. So thank you so much for listening, Arrowhead. We really appreciate that one. That one's pretty much a biggest problem when it comes to it. I'm glad that they haven't got rid of it completely because that would be completely folding, but they still listen to the community in some regard because it's now being lowered right down, so there is no longer an increase in stratagem cooldown and call-in times on a such consistent level. Next up though, we've got the primary, secondary and support weapons, and this one is just freaking nutty. You may want to try out some different weapons after this one. I can't wait to see how you guys react to it. But the arc thrower, they fixed the charging inconsistencies. It now takes exactly 1 second to charge a shot. They've also reduced the distance from 50 to 35, given we had the arc repellent armor. It makes a lot of sense, and they've increased the stagger force on the arc thrower as well. We have had a change to the guard dog where now it restores full ammo from supply boxes, which is great. Hopefully it doesn't take additional, so we'll have to see from that one. And the anti-material rifle has had a damage increase of 30%. There has been a change to the breaker incendiary, which is a weapon I've not heard of for a little while, but the damage per bullet has been increased from 15 to 20, not per shot, per bullet. You heard me right. Not only that, but we've got a fire damage per tick increased by 50% from all sources. That's mad, and it may actually be worth going back in and taking a look at the breaker incendiary again, seeing what it can do against some of the bugs, because let's be real, it's not much use against the automatons. The liberator penetrator has now got a full auto mode, which I'm so happy with because I quite liked that weapon, and the dominator increased the damage from 200 to 300 with an increase in stagger as well. The Diligence Counter Sniper increased armor penetration from light to medium, which was definitely needed. How on earth a sniper was causing a light armor damage point was beyond me. And the Slugger has had an absolute change. So they've reduced the stagger, they've reduced the damage from 280 to 250, and reduced the demolition force. They've also fixed the armor penetration tag in the menu, and the Liberator Concussive Senator fixed incorrect armor penetration tags in the menu. This is mad. It's absolutely mad. They've done so much already. We've not even got halfway through these patch notes yet, and already they've completely changed everything up. So you may want to try the Breaker Incendiary again for maybe the bug planets, and give it a crack for the Liberator Penetrator. There's going to be a bit of a useful one, especially for the automaton planets. But the recoilless rifle has increased the number of rockets you store from supply boxes from 2 to 3. The spear increased the number of missiles you supply from supply boxes from 1 to 2. And the heavy machine gun, the highest fire rate mode, reduced it from 1,200 RPM to a more modest 950, which was definitely going to be needed, because realistically we were abusing the living life out of that. Moving on to stratagems though, the Patriot exosuit rockets will now penetrate armor only on a direct hit, which I think was a little bit needed. I didn't think you can penetrate armor from a blast radius, but nonetheless, we're there now. Enemies, they have balanced adjustments have been made to. Charges, normal melee attack now does less damage against exosuits, and the Bile Spewer and Nursing Spear do less damage with their puke. Thank you, Arrowhead. Thank you. The bloody puke and those bloody spewers was a nightmare, so I'm glad that they're now gone. They're not gone, they're still here, but irrelevant. They're not going to cause as much damage, and the Bile Titan can no longer be stunned. Bit of an interesting one, but yep, that's a thing. Shriekers no longer create bug breaches, and Shriekers hitting you while they are not dead now does significantly less damage. Obviously, it's not going to do 0 damage, because if a ginormous propelled bug was flying through the air and hit you, it's going to freaking hurt. Anyway, right here we've got Helldiver. The balancing adjustments have been made to heavy and medium armor protects better, and now you can take 10% less damage than before while wearing heavy, and about 5% less when wearing medium armor. Fortified commando and light armor is unchanged, so not a massive number difference, although there is obviously more damage you can take with the heavy armor, and with the medium armor slightly more, but not a substantial number indeed when it comes to the actual armor suit points. I think that this is an interesting one, and I want to get your guys' opinions on this, because I don't know how you guys are going to feel about that one. Personally, you let me know in the comment section. I feel like they could have done a bit more than that. And then we do have a load of fixes, which I'm not going to rail off, but you guys can see them all on screen right now. These are very interesting. There's a lot of things going on in the game, which hopefully has been fixed. Although, unfortunately, not seeing much with regards to a lot of the crashes, although there are a few in there, but yeah, not a lot. There is a change to the ballistic shield changes though. The collision mesh has been slightly increased in size for more forgiveness, and they changed the shield poses so that less of the Helldiver is exposed. They've addressed a bug where parts of the Helldiver would become vulnerable while using the shield in the first person. So there's a few things that we've got in play here, and it's for the most part, a really good patch, and I think that they've actually done quite a lot to this. So for the most part, very well done. I'm actually quite impressed. There's quite a few known changes still here for you guys to take a look through though. This is going to be something which is obviously going to genuinely just completely increase as weeks go on, and every time we get a patch update it does seem to get a bit worse. But the one thing that confuses me is how the friend request thing is still a bit of an issue. It's been happening for quite some time now. There's a lot of problems with the socials in this, but nonetheless, we've got loads of things to go through with you guys later on today. This is just the patch note updates, and we're experiencing some really weird changes inside of the game right now, as you guys will be able to see in all your designated apps in game or helldivers.io. There's an interesting point right now. We've got 2 defense operations going on in the Terminid sector, which is Malevelon Creek and Ubania, and we've also got Crimsica, which is now a defense sector over on the Terminid side. So naturally, everybody's jumped over to the Terminid side, and I can't say that I blame you, because it'd be a lot easier to do. But nonetheless, this one is going to be a bit of a nightmare. With 3 of them going in, I feel like they're just trying really freaking hard to be able to take Malevelon Creek back just for the meme, because April 1st being the day that we took it was a little bit of a joke, to say the least. Nonetheless though, unfortunately that's all we've got time for today. Make sure you dive in and defend for liberty. You pick a planet, you've got 3 to pick from. We kind of just need to get through to it, but we have still got the major order, which we do need to take Ubania and Malevelon Creek on. So be it as a you wish. 4 sectors on the Terminids or the Major Order on the left-hand side. I'm not even going to tell you what to do anymore, because realistically that one is a complete nutcase on its own. Go ahead and have some fun inside of Helldivers, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the clouds.